afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever and however you are tuning in today. My name is Abby with Riverbend Yoga. I will be guiding you through your yoga practice today. So I thank you for showing up for yourself, and I thank you for showing up for others as well. The theme of this class today is cultivating the garden of your mind. I'm just looking around, and even though everything seems to be closed, maybe shops or businesses or schools, spring is still happening. Even though we had a little bit of a snowfall the other day in Michigan, spring is still going to happen, and I'm seeing that through my garden that's already starting to bud a bit, and I'm just really inspired, I suppose, by that theme of cultivating the garden of your mind, and just really being intentional about weeding out perhaps those thoughts and behaviors and things that maybe not serving us so well, and just be really diligent to be on the lookout for those things, and again, being a gardener of your mind. So I invite you, as we're getting into our physical practice, we're going to be a participant in our physical practice, and we are going to be an observer of our thoughts. So we're going to kind of vacillate in between those two roles as we move through our body. We participate in breathing deep, and we meditate, which means simply just being in the moment, so being mindful. Instead of having your mind full, you're mindful of your movements. So I invite you to that thought seed today, if you want to take that with you throughout your practice. If not, it is your practice. So whatever you use this practice for, to center you, ground you, to energize you, again, I thank you for showing up for yourself. We're going to start in a comfortable seat, cross-legged or otherwise, whatever is comfortable for you. Remember that yoga is a very personal practice. So anything that I mention is a suggestion. If it doesn't work for your body or today or your energy level, just simply dismiss that suggestion. But if you can come to a comfortable seat, if you have something to stick underneath your hips so your hips are elevated above your knees, and begin to close your eyes. And just start to observe your internal landscape. No judgment on it, just simply notice how you're feeling in your body, in your emotions, in your spirit. And just simply take note of it. So from here, we're going to start to activate what's called Ujjayi breathing, or ocean sounding breath. How we do that is we take a deep, full breath in through our nose. You're going to fill up your belly and let that belly breath travel up into your ribs and all the way up into your heart space. And then exhaling back out, emptying the lungs and the belly. So you pull the belly back towards the spine. So this deep breath wave in, filling up all the way. And this deep exhale out, empty out all the way. Take about 3 more cycles of breath like that. you notice that your thoughts are starting to drift, just come back to your breath. When you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or you can begin to open them. And you're going to take your left ear to your left shoulder. Continue to draw your shoulders up and back as you lift your chest just slightly. And take a few moments to just pause there. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead, take the neck, chin through the chest, over to the opposite side, and there's where you're going to pause. Again, a little lift in your chest as you breathe deep in and out through your nose. Notice how that feels. Good. Drop your chin through your chest and take these neck circles all the way around now. And start to go the opposite way. Exhaling down, inhaling up and over. Good. Allow your head to rest right over top of your shoulders. Take your shoulders up towards your ears on the inhale. And then exhale, draw them back. Take that a few more rounds as you inhale up. And exhale back. One more round, inhale up. And exhale back down. Good. You're going to plant your hands, fingertips pressing into the mat as you lengthen up through the spine, nice and tall. We're going to connect breath and body together as we inhale the arms up. Palms to touch. And then exhaling back out. So try to match your breath and your movement. So when you exhale completely and fully, that's when your fingertips touch the mat. And then inhale up. Complete your inhale by pressing your palms together. And then exhaling out. So this movement meditation, let's do that one last time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Take your left hand to your right knee and you're just going to twist over to the side. Take a deep, full belly breath in and up. And then exhale, pull your belly button back to twist. Draw your shoulders back. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, taking your right hand to your left knee. Take a deep breath in and up. And then exhale again, draw the shoulders back as you twist. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to twist. Inhale up. Exhale to twist. Last round, inhale up. And exhale to twist. Inhale, arms forearms draw up. Interlace the first 3 fingers, index finger draws up, shoulders draw back. And then just press those hips down as you continue to stretch those arms up high to the sky. Maybe if you want to, lift up and have a little mini back bend all the way from the base of the spine up through the chest, maybe looking up. And then exhale, slowly those hands down, come into all fours. And you can remove that block or whatever you were sitting on. And we're gonna drop into child's pose. So open up your knees, press the hips back towards the heels, and your forehead's gonna drop down to the mat. And just settle into this space here. Making that conscious connection back with your breath. And when you're ready, inhale to rise up. Find your way into all fours. Good. We're going to move through circular motion here on the mat. Taking your hips over to the right side, pressing back hips to heels. And then inhale to draw up. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, drawing back up. And just notice what this feels like. Yoga is a sensitivity training. We're learning how to be sensitive, to become more aware of our movements. Good. Take those circles to the other side, pressing back, hips to heels. You can probably hear me breathing. Again, Ujjayi sounding breath, it's ocean sounding breath. Again, it's doing its job, cleansing out all those toxins. Last round here as you exhale, press back. And inhale, come on up to all fours. Good. From here, we're going to drop down to your forearms, interlace your hands, and stretch your legs back, tuck the toes, come into forearm plank. This is a very active pose. So as you're pressing back through your heels, your inner thighs are going to be reaching high to the sky. If this is too much, you can always drop down to your knees. Good, so either here or here in your plank pose. Really press into the mat. Engage your core, and you're going to start to feel a little bit of fire, a little fire in the belly. Feel as if your muscles are hugging the bones on your legs as you really engage the quads. Last breath here. Good, and then slowly begin to lower the hips down. Good, tops of the feet press into the mat. Release the hands towards the front. Press in, rise up into the chest. Good. So you're really going to press that pubic bone into the floor as you take this little mini back bend. It's a very gentle back bend, but you will feel it. Take a deep breath in and up as you draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Take a few more rounds. Exhale. Eyes closed or open, whatever helps you to, again, just take that gaze inward. Just be here for now. You know, it's harder to be disciplined at your own home doing your practice, so I applaud you for simply pressing play today. So when you get back to center, again, just take a moment to pause here. Continue to press in the tops of the feet to the mat, engage the legs. And if you want to, you can rise all the way up into the elbows. Just make sure your glutes stay soft behind you as your shoulders draw back, and lift the heart. And soften the face, relax your jaw. Last deep breath here. And then exhale, slowly make your way down. Shift your hands back below your shoulders And then press yourself back into child's pose, this time knees together. And just take your hands and sweep them back towards your feet. Drop your forehead down to the mat. And allow your shoulders to just drape over your knees. 3 cycles of breath here. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale out. Here you can imagine yourself as a seed, if you'd like. Good. Stretch your arms back towards the front. Find your way back into your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, reach your hips up. Find your way into down dog as you pedal out through the heels, pressing back. And again, just exploring this range of motion. Should feel pretty nice. Your fingertips are pressing into the mat a little bit more with your thumb and your index finger. Shake your head out. There's no tension in your head, your neck, or your jaw. Just begin to explore, find your place in this posture. Take a little bend in your knees. Continue to just lift your tailbone up high to the sky as you strengthen in your arms, really pressing the floor away. Now go ahead and drop into your right heel. Continue to bend your left leg and just pause there. Breathing in, breathing out, opening up that hamstring. Just noticing sensation, notice how that feels in your body. Good, bending your right leg, kicking back through the left heel now. Deep breath in and out. Good, now lift high on both toes on the inhale. And then exhale, press the heels back, keep the hips lifting high. Inhale, draw up. And then exhale, press low. Inhale, draw up. Shift forward, find your version of plank. And then begin to lower down slowly, elbows in at your sides. Good, release the tops of the feet. Inhale, draw a breath in and up. Low cobra, or you can come up into the elbows. Exhale, slowly back down. You can take yourself through your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, reach your hips high, down dog. Deep full breath in when you get there, readjust. And then open mouth, exhale to let it go. Good, inhale high into your toes, rock forward, find your plank pose. You can always draw down to your knees as you begin to lower down slowly. Good, rise up, low cobra, or tops of the feet press in, up dog. Exhale, hips press high, heels sink low, down dog. Deep breath in when you get there. And exhale, open mouth. Inhale high into the toes. Rock forward, slowly lower down one last time. Press in, rise up, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, hips press high, heels sink low. Deep breath in. And then exhale once again, draw down to your knees. Open up the knees, pressing the hips back to the heels. Reset in child's pose. 3 cycles of breath. Keep your hands stretching straight towards the front, or you can take prayer hands, palms together. Take some weight off of your wrists and direct your fingertips up towards the sky. Good, hands drop back down, shift forward. Find your way into your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, hips reach high, down dog once again. Good, stretch your right leg up on the inhale breath. Keep your hips square towards the front and kick it up as high as it'll go as you're still breathing deep. Maybe that left leg is bent. Just reaching it up. Good, bend the knees, step it through to the front of the mat. Coming into a low runner's lunge. Good, set that left foot up to meet the right. Hang low in your forward fold, take the feet hips distance apart. Just drape the torso over. Maybe grab opposite elbows and begin to sway. Good, hands drop back down, bring the feet together. Inhale to halfway as you flatten out your spine. And then exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, draw the arms open and come all the way up to standing, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Working our way into sun salutation. One breath for one movement, breathing with me. Inhale, up, arms up. Exhale, open arms, flat spine, come on down, maybe a bend in the knees. Inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, your version, lower down slow. Next inhale, press up, low cobra, up dog. Exhale, hips press high to the sky, down dog. Good, left leg stretches up. Keep the hips squared towards the front. Maybe a slight bend in that right leg. Keep lifting it high as it'll go, still breathing deep. And then exhale, bend the knees, shift forward, plant the foot, low runner's lunge. Notice how that feels. Good, step up, both feet. Hang low, deep forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows, sway like a blade of grass in the wind, just swaying from side to side. Good, bring your feet back together. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. We're going to move through that a little bit more vigorously. As you breathe with me, inhale, arms up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, open arms, flat spine, come back down. Inhale, halfway lift, peek up. Exhale, stepping back, right foot, left foot, plank pose, lower down slow. Inhale, press up, open chest, look up. Exhale, down dog, hips press high to the sky. Right leg stretches up, inhale, breath. Exhale, bend the knees, step it through to the front. Good, step up, both feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, high press in, rise up. Exhale, open arms, flat spine, come all the way back down. Inhale, halfway, peek up. Exhale, step back. Don't be afraid to hear your own breath. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, down dog. Good. Left leg stretches high. Keep the hips squared. Exhale, bend the knees. Step it through to the front. Step up, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, flat spine, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Open up your eyes whenever you're ready. You're going to step your left leg back. Keep your right toes facing forward. Those back toes are going to be at a diagonal. We're going to come into warrior one. So those back toes, like I said, are at a diagonal. You're going to come into this lunge on the front leg, and your hips are going to be square towards the front. Warrior one's kind of an awkward pose. So your head, your heart, and your hips are in one line. Knit the rib cage together as you draw the shoulders back. And your chest is lifted just a little bit. So we're always searching for as much space as possible. Continue to kick back through that back foot. That inner thigh is pressing up. Good, so really pressing back as you're beginning to sink into your hips. Really anchor in through that front foot. And then if that feels okay, then sweep your arms up high to the sky as you begin to sink in a little bit lower. Continue to kick back through that back foot and reach your chest up high to the sky. Good. Good. Just notice how that feels in your body, in your breath. Good. Pivot that back foot, come into your low runner's lunge. Step up to the front, both feet. Inhale halfway. And then exhale, bring it back down. Sink into your imaginary chair as you draw your arms up. Finding Utkatasana, fierce pose. As you sink in, breathe deep. Continue to stretch those fingertips up high to the sky. And then press in, rise up. And arms come back to your heart. Good, stepping back, right foot. Once again, you're gonna bring that foot to a diagonal as you sink into that lunge. Catch your footing, take your hips towards the front. I always say if you have a light on your belly button, it would be shining towards the front. So really pressing into that back foot. Those inner thighs are pressing away from one another as you sink down. Lift the arms up. Shoulders draw back. Little smile on your face as you catch your breath here. Deep breath in and out. Just feeling the subtleties of your inhale and your exhale. The contraction, the expansion in this pose as you press down. Continue to reach high. You're rooted, you're grounded, but you're reaching up towards the sun. Good. From here, pivot that back foot. Low runner's lunge. Step up to the front, both feet. Inhale halfway, and exhale, deep forward fold. Sit into your chair, arms draw up overhead, fierce pose, Utkatasana, and stand all the way up. Hands come to your heart. Good, we did warrior one, now we're coming into warrior two. Keep that right foot forward, the back leg is gonna come back now. Your hips are gonna square off towards the side this time as you come into that lunge. Good, so warrior two. So we're going to go through these warrior poses. Good. So these warrior poses are challenging. And again, cultivating that garden of the mind is what do you do during those challenges, right? So just, again, becoming a participant in your body, of observation of the mind, and just being present. If you need to make adjustments, go ahead and make adjustments, right? Pressing that back foot back so it's parallel with the back of the mat. Again, nice strong inner thighs are rolling open, sinking down, and then stretch those arms out as the shoulders drop back. Good, find some softness. It's called Sthira and Sukha. So always working to find this rooted, grounded, stable, with lightness, joy, and at ease. Both of those working together to just maximize this posture. Continue to breathe as you sink into your own personal degree, just stretching those arms out nice and wide. Deep breath in. Good, straighten out that leg, and then we're gonna pivot. Good, so just pivot towards the side so you can come into that opposite leg, taking warrior two on this side. So sinking in, begin to rise up again, knit that rib cage together as you find space and length from your hip crease all the way up to your armpits, so lengthening up, opening out, pressing down and open, lifting high from your pelvic floor all the way up to the crown of the head. Good. Searching for rooted, grounded, and this lightness and this joy. Last breath here. Good, straighten that leg, pivot the feet. Hands to your hips. Take a deep breath in and up as your shoulders draw back. And then exhale, forward fold, flat spine. Come on down. Shake your head out. You can relax your arms. Maybe take a bend side to side. Good. Last deep breath here. Good, walk your fingertips towards the front of the mat, come into a low runner's lunge. And from here we're gonna step up onto that front foot. If you do have blocks, a couple toilet paper rolls, you can grab those. Plant your hands in the blocks. We're gonna come into warrior 3. So you're gonna launch, you're in that low runner's lunge now. You're gonna launch up onto that right foot, and that back foot, that left foot, is gonna come up high to the sky. Kick back through that heel as you lengthen out through the spine. Good, if you've gotten your bearings there, then you can bring your hands to your heart or open arms to fly or straight forward towards the front. Those are your options. Make sure whatever you choose well. You're still able to breathe deep. A little lift in the chest, last breath here. Good, slight bend in that right foot, step back, way back. Good, plant your hands, come into your down dog as you take that right leg back. Pedal out through the heels, left side, right side. Shake your head out, no tension. Good, take your left leg up on the inhale breath, keep your hips square. And then exhale, bend your knees, step it through to the front, and come into that low runner's lunge. Press in, rise up, warrior 3 as you kick that back foot off the mat. Toes are facing down, the hip is square, and then from here, bring your hands here are straight towards the front. Balance with your eyes first. Your body will follow. Find something that's not moving and just stare at it. Last breath. Good. Begin to come back down into your low runner's lunge. Plant the hands. Take that left leg back. Find down dog. Pedal out through the heels. Left side, right side. Good. Deep breath in from here. And then exhale, drop down to your knees. Take child's pose, knees together or knees open. We're going to reset. Forehead drops down to the mat. Take 3 cycles of breath here. We're going to put all 3 of those warrior poses together. So yoga is a practice of learning to honor your body exactly where it's at. Good. Sometimes it takes time, right, to get where you think you should be in your pose. But again, just listening to your body, honoring it where it's at, cultivating the garden of the mind as you get into these poses. Just notice your thought process, right? And be gentle on yourself, not forceful. Come back into hands and knees, tuck your toes, reach your hips up high to the sky. Again, like I promised us, we're going to bring all 3 of these poses together. Shake your head out. Yes and no. Good. Take your right leg, stretch it up high to the sky in the inhale breath. Exhale, bend your knee. Travel forward. Drop that back foot down to a 45-degree angle. Press in, rise up. Arms overhead. Warrior 1. Open arms, find your warrior 2. Good, straighten out that leg, pivot towards the back, warrior 2. Good, straighten out that leg. Good, bring the feet parallel, open arms, deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly forward fold. Pivot towards the front, come into your low runner's lunge. Press in, rise up. Kick the back foot off the mat. 3 cycles of breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Wherever you happen to be, last breath. Good. step back, low runner's lunge, down dog as you take that right leg back. Deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. Good, take that left leg, kick it high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through to the front. Back foot drops down. Press in, rise up, warrior one. So that back foot is at a diagonal. Open arms, find your warrior two. Straighten out that front leg. Pivot the feet, warrior two on the second side. Straighten out that front leg. Pivot the legs. Open arms, deep breath in and up. Exhale, slowly forward fold. Grabbing your ankles if you want to, dangle a little bit deeper, shake your head out. Pivot towards the front, left foot is in front, come into a low runner's lunge. Plant your hands on the blocks or the mat. Slowly start to walk up, kick that back foot up. Lengthen out through your spine. You are stronger than you think. Just give it a shot. Listen to your body though. Most important, stay connected to your breath. Step back, low runner's lunge. Take that left leg, back, down dog. Good, right leg stretches high to the sky. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through to the front, coming into your pigeon pose. Slow it down. Take that left leg, top of the foot releases. Right knee, right wrist. Anchor the fingertips on the side. Take a deep breath in and up as you open up the chest. And then exhale, slowly forward fold. Come down to your forearms or your forehead. Relax here, 3 cycles of breath. If this feels really uncomfortable for you, you can always come to your back and take a reclined pigeon. So on your back, you're going to take your right ankle over your left knee and then hug your left knee into your chest. It's the same exact stretch, only maybe a little less intense. You can kind of feel like have a little bit more control here. So taking the last few moments wherever you happen to be. If you're on your back, go ahead and stay on your back and just switch legs. If you are here, you can come back into your down dog and transition in that way by taking that left leg high to the sky. And then exhale, bending your knee, taking it through to the front. Left knee, left wrist. Again, if you're on your back, just switch legs so your left ankle is going to cross over your right knee. Take a deep breath in and up. Exhale, slowly forward. Making room for your belly, your chest. As you float your forehead all the way down to the mat. 3 cycles of breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Good. If you're on your back, go ahead and stay there and just hug both knees in. If you're not and you're with me here, then you're just going to swing that right leg forward. Bring both legs to the front. Hug your knees in as you slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Good. Hug your knees in when you get there. Just rock from side to side, massaging your spine, your kidneys as you inhale and exhale out. Good. Draw your knees open towards your armpits. Slide your hands through and find the soles of the feet. And then you can just draw those knees in a little bit deeper as you come into what's called happy baby. I have a student that likes to sing I feel pretty during this. So shout out to Michael. Missing all of your faces. So as you're here and you're holding your sole of the foot into the hand, press the sole of the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. It'll give you a little bit of resistance there, so you're still active in your legs. Again, breathing in, breathing out as you're pulling that belly button back towards your spine and tucking your chin in just slightly. Good, bring your knees back into your chest. And then begin to straighten your left leg out straight towards the front. Interlace your hands below your right knee and then just sway from side to side. That knee towards the midline. Open. Good. Just a little bit of movement into the hip and then slowly take it all the way over to the left side. As you come into that spinal twist, open the right arm and you can look to the right. Shoulders are heavy into the mat, eyes are closed, breath is deep. Again, in our practice of yoga, we get a chance to be a participant and an observer. Good, slowly come on back. Hug that knee into your chest with a squeeze. And then straighten the leg up high to the sky. You're going to walk your hands up the back of your leg and just gently pull that leg towards your nose. And then exhale, slowly release the leg. Release all the way down. Good. Hands to your belly. Just feel your breath as it moves from your belly to your chest. And exhaling back down again. Just in gratitude. Yoga is a preventative maintenance on many different levels. Hug your left knee into your chest. Interlace your hands right below your knee and then just rock from side to side, opening up that hip. And then slowly take it all the way over. Good. Drop open that left arm. You can look to the left, eyes closed or open. As you again breathe deep in and out. Slowly make your way on back. Stretch that leg up high to the sky. Walk your hands up your leg. Take your knee or your nose to your knee. And then exhale slowly back down. Relax the shoulders. Good. Place your hands on your belly. And 3 deep breaths here. Again, just tuning in, observing the internal landscape. How do you feel? How does your body feel? How does your emotional body feel? Your physical body. Good. We're going to come into bridge pose. If you do have a block or something you would like to come into recline bridge, you can use that. So grabbing your block. Feet are about hips distance apart. You can reach down, see if you can feel it for your ankles. That's a good space to be. As you press the hips in, or as you press the feet in, reach the hips up high and then draw your shoulders underneath you. You can slide that block underneath your hips at whatever level you would like. If you're feeling really flexible, you can flip the block at whatever level, again, feels good for you. Again, just make sure that it's something that you're going to be happy with. Roll your shoulders underneath you and flip your palms up towards the sky as you close your eyes. Feeling your feet planted into the mat, open heart. Taking these deep breaths of gratitude
Gratitude always has the ability to change my attitude, that's for sure. So every breath in, a breath in of gratitude. Bringing your feet together wherever you are, stretching the legs up high to the sky. So, coming into candlestick pose. As your legs are stretched up, you can point and flex through the feet. Rotate through your ankles here. Good. And this just allows the blood flow down to your heart. Allows the muscles on the legs to relax. Bend the knees, plant the feet, lift the hips, and remove your block. Bring the knees into your chest as you hug them in. One last final squeeze. Deep breath in. And exhaling out all the way. Coming into our last and final pose, which is Shavasana. So I'll tell you a story about Shavasana as we settle in. If there's any other movement that you would like to take, go ahead and do that. So I discovered yoga at a gym in Chicago. And I used to always roll up my mat and leave during this time. And the yoga instructor pulled me aside one day and said, I think you should stay for the whole class. And just out of sheer embarrassment, because I didn't even know that he noticed that I was leaving during this time, I stayed. And then I understood. So I understand that during this time we may just be sitting here, we're done with our physical practice, but there's so many benefits to being still. Things are still moving, things are still happening, but we get a chance to be the observer. We get a chance to be the gardener and observe. So I invite you to, again, just close your eyes, observe the internal landscape with no judgment. Can release the Ujjayi breath, just allow your body to come into, or your breath to come into a natural rhythm. And relax as much as you possibly can here for the next minute. Enjoying the benefits of your practice today. Stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to move, I invite you to start to move a bit. Move through your wrists, your ankles, stretching. Making your way up to a comfortable seat. And whenever you're ready.
again, in gratitude for you showing up for yourself today. Sometimes that's the hardest step, to press play and to do this at home. I applaud you. It takes a lot of discipline, but I think we're cultivating something that is much deeper, a practice that will not only just be inside of these four walls, but it'll also be a practice that is embedded in our lifestyle. So thank you. Thank you for participating with me today. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for others. Bring your hands to your forehead. Blessing you all with peace of mind today. Bring your hands to your heart for a healthy and happy heart. These two are linked. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Namaste.